if you have a Dell Inspiron 3530, basically this model, okay, and you're trying to install Windows 11 or Windows 10 and you're not able to see the drive to install onto, so you see how I only see my USB drive here. Let me show you how you can fix that. So this is a stupid Intel IRST, rapid storage, VMD, whatever thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to exit out of this. Okay, say yes. And what we're going to do is we're going to press, F2 or delete on boot. Usually F2 will do the trick. So just keep pressing F2. And you see how it says it's going to BIOS. If it doesn't go to the BIOS right away, just restart and keep doing it again. If it doesn't work by pressing F2, you might have to hold the FN key while you're pressing F2. Okay, so once we get to this screen, you're going to go into storage, I believe. Yep, here, storage. And you want to change the SATA NVMe operation to AHCI/NVMe. Then you just say yes. If for some reason, this can also cause boot issues. If for some reason you update BIOS and it swaps to RAID on or to AHCI NVMe, you might have to switch to the other one. But if you want to use the RAID on mode, then you're going to have to get the Intel VMD or Intel IRST, Intel Rapid Storage, whatever driver. And to get that, you have to go to usually the manufacturer's website. Make sure to go specifically for this model. Again, Inspiron 3530, okay? And you'll have to search for that Intel Rapid Storage, Intel IRST, or whatever. It has a lot of different names. And then you'll get the installer file. You'll have to extract that installer file with 7-zip, okay? 7-zip. That's a software that lets you open up zipped files or what are the other? There's a lot of different kind of like compressed files like that. It'll let you open that up and then you can extract the folders. And if you're lucky, when you go to install Windows, that driver won't be in some weird folder setup. It'll let you be able to find the driver. And if you want to do that, then you can do it that way. But I found this doesn't really help anything except make things complicated. It actually tells you here, Intel Rapid Storage Technology driver or Linux kernel VMD driver must be loaded in order to boot the OS. So, yeah, I don't like that method. Since I'm also booting a multi-boot, not the direct Windows boot, from my USB, I had to do an extra configuration here, which I already did, but basically in the boot configuration here, you need to turn off the secure boot. You can turn it back on after you install Windows, but here you can see enable secure boot. I turned that off already. Okay, so once you're done, just apply changes. Okay, if you install Windows with it in the NVMe mode, right, HCI NVMe mode, you cannot turn that back on. If you turn this back on after you install Windows, your computer's gonna not boot. But once you change it back, it'll be fine. So don't worry, you won't lose, or you shouldn't lose data. I haven't ever had it cause problems, but there's always some small chance. But if you switch to one and then switch back, it should boot normally the next time. So I already installed Windows on there. It'll show all the drives. I should probably show you so that way you can see. So now if you press F12, so while booting, it lets you choose the boot device. I'll boot my USB. It's going to take a while to go. So you can see I have this Linux bootloader. So yeah, if you don't turn off secure boot, you won't be able to access the thing unless it's like a Windows signed installer or something. So because it's having the Linux bootloader, then it doesn't like to boot directly. It would say like there's a security boot violation. That's why you gotta turn secure boot off. Okay, so we're gonna wait for this. I don't remember how long this process. Okay, I'm gonna use the keyboard to do all of this. Shift tab to go to next, press enter. Shift tab to go to next, enter. Okay, I'm gonna tab to press I agree, then shift tab to go to next and press enter. And you'll see it's getting ready for whatever things. Okay, then shift tab again to accept and enter. All right, searching for disks. And before you only saw my USB, you should now see the SSD. There you go. So I already installed Windows on here, so I'm not going to do it again. But I just basically deleted every partition. I went to the partition, Shift Tab to go up to this, and then I pressed the letter D. You can see delete has a underline. That's how you know it will activate the delete partition thing. So I deleted all the disk 0 partitions, and then I just press enter to next, and it installed Windows. Anyways, I'm going to exit this. When you're done, again, we'll go to F2. Okay, press F2, F2. We'll go back to the BIOS, and we're going to enable, go back to the boot configuration here. And like I said, we're going to turn secure boot back on because now we don't need it off anymore. Okay, so we'll turn secure boot on. And now I'll show you what happens if you didn't turn that off and you tried to boot the USB, okay? Because my USB, again, is a dual boot Linux thing. So, I mean, if you created the Windows USB installer the way Microsoft intended, where you just run the utility and it just wipes your whole USB out, then you won't need to turn off secure boot to run the Windows installer. But anyways, let me show you what happens if you don't have a Windows signed one. We'll go to here, and here you go. Verification failed. Okay, so that's what you get. Oreo. Okay, so there you go. But since I already installed Windows, you can see here. Okay, I'm gonna just turn it off. I already installed Windows. So the Windows itself, the OS, the ISO, the image is signed, but because it boots the Linux thing, then that's what prevents it from working. And then once it installs Windows, it's okay. So you can see I'm going to boot it back up without changing anything. Did it turn on? Okay, it's turning on. Okay, and it should load Windows 11, no problem. Okay, and another issue with this is drivers. I'm most likely just going to go to Dell's website and then go to their support page, use another computer, download all the drivers to a USB, and then install it because, oops, if I go to Device Manager, we don't even have internet right now. Sometimes you can get away with plugging in a wireless USB, or you can plug in your phone mobile hotspot kind of thing using a USB tether, and then you can run Windows Update and it might find all this stuff. But most of this is like the chipset drivers and then the network stuff. And I think those are most of it. So I'm going to go ahead and show you. I'm going to get the drivers. And yeah. All right. First things first, go to Dell.com. We're going to now go to support here. Depending on your layout, it might look different. Okay. We're going to go to support home. Then we're going to scroll down to find the little search box. Here, oh, actually, it's right here. Okay, so search box. Again, this is an Inspiron 15, 3530. Okay, so go in there. You see the Inspiron 15 3530. Make sure you're getting the right one, not the Vostro. And now you can see I don't need to identify a device. We're going to go to drivers and downloads. Let that load. And hopefully it's not going to try and do some auto garbage. See here, it wants to try and do that. So here you can do find specific drivers because that's what we want to do. We don't want it to search because we're not on that computer right now. So we're going to select drivers here. And here you can see all the drivers. Okay, operating system is Windows 11 that we're going to be installing. All categories, that's fine. And by release date. So, I don't know if we need all this stuff. It says this is a critical driver here, you see? So, Samsung one. Let's see, enter your unique service. Okay, let me get the service tag and do it, and I'll be back. It's basically your serial number on the bottom, ST or SN. You can actually find it in the BIOS there. Okay, so let's go ahead and type that in. There we go. So we type that, submit, and let's see. Okay, so now we have our specific laptop. Okay, warranty July 17, 2026, so the full year. Okay, so here are the drivers it wants now. We're just going to get all of these, okay? Integrated sensor solution, memory card reader, HID event filter, Bluetooth driver, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, another memory, serial I/O. Okay, we don't really need the support assistant thing. I'm not going to get that because I don't want them to put their garbage on there. I don't know what the Intel PPM thing is, but we'll fine. Okay, whatever. Intel Management Engine. Okay. There's all these drivers, I'm not sure. So here's the rapid storage technology IRST thing I was talking about. Dynamic tuning driver, okay. Solid state driver firmware update. They don't even make up their mind. Is it a Micron SSD or is it a Western Digital? Huh. Intel chipset, then the audio stuff, and the memory card reader. I think that's everything. I don't want that Dell support garbage. Okay, anyways, we're going to download the selected. So there's a button here. Normally I would manually tell it to download, but let's see what happens because I don't want to have to one by one everything. So let me see. Okay, so it created this download thing, and I'm just putting it on the USB that I put my Windows on, and we'll say save. What the heck is it doing? I told it to put it on the USB. Okay, so I told it to put it here now. Wait, what? Oh, is it going to do that for every single one? Are you serious? Okay, it's going to pop up. Okay, so it is installing or downloading each one individually, but I'm going to have to keep picking the drive and then saying save. So let me do that for every single one and I'll be back. Okay, now they're all now they're all downloading the drivers. There's also more drivers here if you were to look for ones not specific, but you can see Universal Application, Dell Optimizer, okay, another Wi-Fi Bluetooth thing, different SSDs, BIOS. Huh, did it not do BIOS? Maybe I should add this guy. We'll do the BIOS after. Fingerprint sensor driver. Does this one not have that? Give me a second. Yeah, I don't think theirs has the fingerprint reader. So only one I would maybe do is the BIOS, but it's okay. I'm going to leave it out. These are other stuff that aren't related to their computer. So it should be okay with just these. Okay, make sure they're all downloaded. Oh, this one for some reason didn't finish, so let's tell it to resume. Oops. No, stop trying to install. I'm not done. Okay, so make sure all of the drivers finish install or downloading, and then we'll pull the USB out, move it to the other computer, and then install them all. Okay, now they're all done, as you can see. All right, that one finished. But it just has a solid bar here for some reason. I don't know why. And it has a pause, so I don't think it's done. I don't know. We'll have to wait till it's actually completely done. And then, there we go. I think it finished. Where'd it go? Yep, now it's completely done. All right, so we're going to now go to this, and we're going to go to the USB, and we're going to safe remove it, eject. Okay, the icon disappeared, so we should be good. If you have notifications off, if you have notifications on, it'll pop up and tell you it's ready. All right, so we'll unplug this, we'll plug it in the other computer, and transfer the drivers over. Okay, now we have the USB in. You can see we have all those missing drivers. I'm going to take those drivers that we got in the USB, and we're just going to dump them all onto the desktop. So let's highlight all of them. I'm going to right-click, drag and drop it, and then I'm going to move them there because I don't need them on my USB after these drivers are all installed. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Done. All the drivers are moved over. And now we can see as we install them what drivers are actually needed. Okay, I don't know why some of the icons aren't showing up right. I'm going to eject my USB. There we go. Okay, now their icons are showing up right. There we go. All right, so first one is, I'm pretty sure usually the display driver is okay. No, actually it's Microsoft Basic. So let's go ahead and install the Intel UHD driver. Okay, that's the graphics. So I just double clicked it. There you go. We're going to go to yes and enter. Then we're going to go to install. Okay, if you already know the process, you can skip over all of this and just see that all the little thingies disappear. Okay, and some of these drivers, they take a while to pop up to actually start installing even after you clicked it. So you can see I clicked it a long time ago, and there you go. Okay, so be patient, don't rush things. These things sometimes will take time. So yeah, give it that time. Okay, here you go. Begin installation. Pre-install collecting data about devices. So let it do its stuff. It's going to do whatever it wants. Might take a while. I'm just going to actually move this all the way to the left, so that way you can just see those there. Okay, this one, these yellow things usually won't disappear unless it's like audio related to the graphics. So I'm going to agree. We're going to start. It says to do a clean install. You don't really have to do that, but we'll do it. Okay, so let it keep going. Okay, also these drivers can sometimes take a while, so be patient. Okay, let's see what else we got. We got the Micron solid state. I'm going to set that aside because that's a firmware one. Genesis memory card reader. Okay, we'll probably need that. Intel chipset's probably going to get rid of most of those things, so we'll run that one next. Actually, we can actually run them simultaneously, but I'll let it go one by one just so we can see what each driver gets rid of, if anything. Okay, and this graphics one's usually going to take a while. So usually I'll just show the entire thing. Here you can see actually the details if you want of what it's doing. So it deleted some registry keys and stuff. Oh, it won't even, okay, there we go, scroll down. So it's just deleting the old stuff, and now it's installing. Okay, and the reason why I show this stuff, I know some people don't want to sit through the long waiting process, but some people want to know how long it takes. They want to see. So if you want to, if you don't want to watch, just fast forward through till the Intel graphics installer thing disappears, and then you'll know. Even then, you can know how long the time is. Okay, but this way you can actually follow along if you're wanting to. Okay, so we'll let it keep going. You can see how it's taking forever for it to get through this portion. Okay. Let's see if I open the display one. You should. Usually the screen will flicker on and off multiple times while installing the graphics drivers, so keep that in mind. Don't panic if your screen goes black. Give it time. Don't try and forcefully like shut it off. There you go. Okay, don't like shut it off thinking something's wrong. Okay, and oh, this thing moved to the side. Thanks. Now I didn't see what happened. Oops. Okay, you can see now it says Intel IRST, okay, XE graphics instead of the basic thing, Microsoft Basic. All right, we'll click finish, and we'll close this. We don't need to restart now, so we'll close that. And we're gonna, just so we don't get confused, we're gonna toss this in the recycle bin. You can put it in another folder or just move it aside if that works for you, or if you're worried it didn't do something right. If for some reason it doesn't move, like what it's doing right now, I don't know, then you can always just move it to the side of the screen and then work on the next thing. Okay, so we're going to go to the chipset one now. And yes, we'll start this. And then we'll install. Okay, I'm guessing it's not going to let it delete. Maybe it still has some files from there open or something. Oh no, it did. Okay, it just took a while. Alright, so again, we clicked the thing long time ago. You can see it's still loading, still waiting. So you got to be patient. Don't assume that it's just going to instantly open up the install window. Okay, because it's not. It's not doing anything. and then eventually it's going to pop up. There you go. See? All right, so don't just click it a million times, because then you're going to bog up your computer even more and cause problems. So I'm just going next and install. Okay. And you can see how there's all these drivers here. Actually, let me see if I can... Oh, it's too late. Too late. I was going to scroll down to kind of, or expand this so you can see all of them. There you go. And you should see... Oh, actually... I thought a whole bunch would disappear, but no. Okay, so I'm going to say restart later. We're going to close this. Okay, chipset 1 is done, so we're going to get that, and we're going to toss that as well. Intel Dynamic Tuning Driver. I don't think that's really going to do anything. What's this one? Memory card reader. Okay, let's try running that. I don't think I double tapped it right. There you go. Okay, yes. Install. Maybe this is one of the unknown devices. Does it even have a memory card reader? Oh, I think that's, yeah, okay, it does. Okay, install. And no, I will restart the computer later. I didn't see this thing refresh, so I think that didn't do anything. Anyways, we'll go ahead and toss that. Intel Dynamic Tuning, we'll run this. If you want, you can watch this and then see which drivers don't do anything and then not load them on your computer, so you don't waste that time or space on your computer. Okay, the Intel Dynamic thing I clicked, you can see it's taking forever. Okay, it finished already on its own, and none of the drivers changed, so we're going to toss that. Okay, next Intel HID, event filter. I don't know if this is going to do anything, but it is a driver, so let's see. Install. Oh, it did something. But it's more like it updated some driver instead of finding one of these old ones. Okay, and then that's done. Close that. Okay, I think it doesn't have the audio driver, so that should fix one. Let's see, what's this? Let's do the memory card reader one. Yes. Install. All right, let's see if that is the one. Okay, finish. And nope, nothing. So that's not one either. Well, actually, okay, we'll get rid of this. Some of these USB things actually opened up, so it must have done one of them. Which one is the... I didn't see the mouse driver here. Okay, we're going to do the audio. Realtek high definition audio driver. Yes. Install. I might have to look for those missing drivers. Sorry, my nose is stuffy. Okay. Next. This one should get rid of one. Oh, why is it having the permissions thing? We'll wait till this finishes first. Actually, no. Okay. Go in here and yes. Wait, did I run that again? Oops. I think I ran the memory card reader twice. Okay, this should complete one of them. Okay. Okay, I do see all these audio things are appearing now. It's probably because the drivers are being replaced. Get in there, get in there. You can see the Intel high definition audio thing is now showing. Oh, the date and time I just noticed is wrong, but there's no internet, so I can't have it auto sync yet. This driver's taking forever, jeez. See, some you gotta be very patient. Look how long this takes. Wow. Okay, the audio thing disappeared. And now I see the audio little symbol down there is no longer an X, so that's good. Should be done soon. There we go. Nope, don't want to restart yet. And we'll finish. Okay, so the audio one's done. Oh, it says it's still open. Okay, we'll have to wait a bit. Intel oops. Okay, close. It's wanting to restart again. Alright, there you go. Hey, isn't it done? Go away. There we go. Okay, Intel Serial I/O driver. I believe that one's gonna fill out one as well. Install. The other thing, if you want, you can extract all the drivers, and then you can right-click these individual ones and then manually tell it to do the drivers, but you can see that one actually got rid of a few. One of the unknown devices is missing, and then one of the something PCI and one of something up here is gone. But I don't know if that was from the audio one or from this one. Anyways, we'll toss that in the recycle bin now. Okay, Intel Rapid Storage one. I don't think this driver is going to be needed since we turned off the VMD thing. But anyways, we'll run the installer and see if it's one of these. Okay, sometimes when that's off, it'll just say, it's not working. See, unsupported platform. Okay, since we turned that off, it doesn't need this driver, so we'll get rid of that. I don't even know why they have the installer, because you can't install it in Windows. You have to, well, I guess once you do the other thing first. Anyways, whatever this Intel PPM thing, let's try this. I don't think this is a driver, but, well, we'll run it and see. Yep, that didn't get rid of drivers. So we'll get rid of that. Next one, Intel Management Engine. Sometimes I think this is related to the VMD as well, but let's see. Okay, it installed. There's only 6 more things. I don't know if it actually finished or not. Oh, nope, still doing stuff. Still doing stuff. It hasn't gotten rid of any of those yellow triangle exclamation marks, though. Okay, so we'll now toss that in the recycle bin. Alright, there's the Intel integrated sensor thing. Let's go ahead and run that. Install. Oh, one of them disappeared. Is it done? Did it finish? I don't know. There you go. Okay, close. You can toss that. Now, Intel Innovated Platform Framework. Let's install that. Let's see if that gets rid of anything. Wow, that got rid of a lot of them. There you go. Okay, so that's what a lot of them were. And now we just need the network driver. I'm going to go ahead and just run the other ones anyways, just so it has the official drivers. Okay, eventually the Intel thing should pop up here again. There you go. Close. Get rid of that. Okay, here's the Realtek Wi-Fi Bluetooth driver. So that should get rid of the last one. But we'll go through the others just in case, the firmware and things like that. Okay, I was worried I was going to have to go searching for a bunch more drivers. Okay, Next. This should be the last one. And there we go. Now we should have Wi-Fi. Or not yet, soon. That's Bluetooth, I don't need Bluetooth. There you go. Now we have the Wi-Fi. Right, so there you go. I'm gonna say no to restarting first. We're gonna finish all the drivers and then we'll restart. Let's wait till the thing pops up. Or did it just pop up? Okay, I think it popped up. Let's toss that one. Oh no, it didn't. So we gotta keep waiting. Didn't it? Okay, there we go. Alright, now we'll toss that guy. Now we'll do the Realtek USB memory card thing. Although it's probably already fine because you can see no more of the drivers are with an exclamation point. But might as well, we only have 4 more. These 2 are just firmware updates for the SSD. Let's see what kind of SSD it has in there. Okay, that one finished. We'll toss that. Let's see, can I check disk drive? Western Digital. So I don't think the Micron one will do anything, or it shouldn't do anything. Let's do the Waves Max Audio. That's just the software. Okay, I don't know why it's opening the Edge thing now, but anyways, we're gonna say okay, whatever. Go ahead and start. Yeah, I don't need any of this. Close that. Okay, that thing says it finished. So let's go ahead and toss that. Okay, let's see the Micron one first, because it's probably just gonna say there's no compatible hardware. I accept. This update cannot be canceled once it begins. Okay. Wait, so it says there is a new version for this. I don't know. Let's start it and see what happens. Oh, yeah. Okay, see, not compatible. That makes sense. Okay, I was confused. I was like, how is it saying there's a new version? Okay, Western Digital. Yes. Install. Accept. Current version. Here you can see. So there's one version higher. And it says not compatible. What? It says it's not compatible. Why not? It's one version newer. Anyways, I'm going to restart the computer and then maybe I'll try running that one more time. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it did, like, comment, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their device as well. And if it helped you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. If you can't help out that way, it would help a lot if you could watch a few of my other videos and then like and comment on those as well, because that's what the algorithm likes to see. Other than that, I do have another channel called It's Been Reviewed and More. Same profile picture, but zoomed in because it's a close look at random items like reviews, alright? And yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.